Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Now, the last stream, we got to explore a little bit of Monarch Surface, and it was pretty fun. We were able to get some snazzy hats for both the Vicar and myself. Got a nice cowboy hat. And also, we were invited to a lovely dinner that ended up in a basically stopping abruptly due to a hail of gunfire, because they were very much cannibals, and not of the fine young variety. But we are here in Stellar Bay now, and we've got to talk to Nyoka and let her know that we've got her caffeine pills. And then after that, I guess we'll just head back onto the surf, or head back out beyond the walls and see what other trouble we can get into. I have a feeling that this guy does not want to talk to us in any way, shape, or form. I bet you that we'll probably run into him later, or he has something to do with one of our other companions. I'm not exactly sure who, but that's kind of my guess, because we haven't met a whole lot of people in this game that just that have like a personality and don't want to talk to us at all. So, oh, the Switch is downloading Animal Crossing. It was nice knowing you, Dama.
Ah, the Charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Well, I've got your magic pills here. You know these things are dangerous.
Says someone who's never had any fun.
Exactly. See? I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sensible, got her head on straight. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is.
Like her eyes just go, pew!
We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stalking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment.
Well, I'm glad to have you, Nyoka.
Great. Where to?
Let's go find your information broker.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun.
So fun.
If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Tell you what, Ellie, you go wait on the ship. We need Nyoka's help for now.
Long as you've got my back, I'll have yours. Welcome to the Unreliable Crew.
You look like a preacher. You a traveling vicar?
In a manner of speaking.
Did the hat give it away?
Stellar Bay had a vicar once. He took it upon himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights by foot. Kept getting himself into all sorts of scrapes. Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a raft encampment. Hand still gripping it, too.
The plan unfolds as the plan unfolds. To vicar and layman alike.
I'm sure they'll get along fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of here because we still have
I don't mean to judge,
Oh.
but... Are you ever sober, Miss Remnareem Wentworth?
See, they'll get along fine.
Only when I got a job to do. And even that ain't a guarantee.
I'm sure there'll be some lovely conversations back on the Unreliable. So we already checked out everything north, at least for the most part. There was that, area past the graveyard that we probably needed to go check. Plenty of areas for exploring, but I don't know if we go too far off the beaten track, if we're going to run into anything unsavory, let's say. But we should be in decent shape here. As long as we don't run into any more cannibals, I think we'll be in good shape. At least the critters are honest about when they're
Can we talk?
wanting to eat you. And that didn't take long.
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
So there's the catch. Well, I definitely don't plan on getting myself killed.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
Online ELU for April 7th through 9th. Awesome, Anorak. I'm going to have to check that up. So what kind of danger are we talking about here?
Nothing we can't handle.
All right. Let's hear it.
I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
So, how do you know they're dead?
I saw it happen. Hell, one of them was in my arms at the time. His name was Hayes, and he's our first stop. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry.
Where's home exactly?
A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
It's like Legends of the Hidden Temple. We're gonna have to kill a Mantiqueen.
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
Sounds fun. So where exactly is... Oh! We still got to... What does Nyoka have? Light machine gun, 960 DPS with a plasma mod. We got the equivalent right here. I think that's a good thing for her to have. Now she's got a hunting knife, I guess she used for skinning because she has a tremor cleaver as her melee weapon. We can probably get her something a little bit nastier. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and give her supper time, which is a one-handed melee. That's what we got off the cannibals. That should be appropriate for her. Guy255's followed. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, wait, hold on. That was not Guy. That was... Steven! Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the grid. Hope you enjoy your stay. And Kath has also gifted a tier 1 sub. Thank y'all very much for that. We just have 9 more subs before we hit 35 and get a new emote unlocked, guys. So thank you very much for helping out the kids and supporting the channel. Yes, I'm sure Steven is most disappointed in that. Oh God, Steph. A $10 donation to Extra Life. Thank you so much for that. Holy crap. So we are at $1,165 to help out the kids, guys. That is outstanding. Thank you very much for supporting my local Children's Miracle Network hospital. Y'all are incredible. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Okay, so we got the science ray here. Now her perks are... Bonus support lie. Increase your lie skill when Nyoka is in the party. A little bit more subterfuge. Never hurt anyone. Reduce how far the sound of your footsteps travel while Nyoka is in your party. Alrighty. More burglary. Never hurt anyone. Except the people being burgled. And Nyoka deals bonus damage to creatures. Exterminator. And that makes sense considering her character. Cool. Also, I did have a perk from the last stream that I didn't actually put in, guys. I went ahead and chose run and gun which reduces the penalties to accuracy when moving. Because I've noticed in a lot of our gunfights, we are trying to avoid the critters that are running right up to us, so it'd probably be best to
Good old Stellar
be
Bay.
a little bit more accurate.
Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Hi. Oh, that's a one-shot kill. Nice.
Watch out, Captain.
And we have got raiders. And a sniper. Hi. How are you? Well, it's good to see.
Libations on me, folks.
Oh, libations. You heard the lady. Yeah, we went ahead and sold off all of our foodstuffs. So we should be in pretty good shape there. We'll have to get all of this ammo. And it's good to see that there are people here that just want to shoot us instead of trying to eat us, because there's enough on this planet trying to do that too. Where are we going? That's Radio Free Monarch. That's our active quest. Let's go ahead and toggle Star-Crossed Troopers. That's right there. That's where we need to go for her. So let's do... Alright, Steven, thank you very much for that follow, and hope you had a good stream, and we will see you soon. But we got the family matter along the path here. Mr. Pickett's biggest game. Okay, had the information broker. Visit Hayes' grave. Okay, that's where that is. Good lord. So much to do. We'll go ahead and set this as the active quest. There's a ton of other buildings and stuff we can explore, like past the river. I just don't know if that's anywhere we need to go right now. And more friends.
One's hit.
And just a hooligan. Oh, nice dodge. Thank you, folks. Trip Blade Mark II. I'm hoping we can find the scythe that the Vicar's using as a Mark II, because that would be pretty cool. Cascadia, Stellar Bay, Fallbrook, Amber Heights. All roads tend to lead... There's another dwelling over here. Should we go ahead and explore a little? Or can we actually get past these rocks? Oh, here's a path. Yeah, that looks completely legit. What is that critter over there? That's a scrap mechanical. Alright. Ow. Curiosity's gonna kill the wretch. No stone unturned. Holy crap, that's a lot of marauders. Eep. Oh, it's just a really huge marauder camp. Okay. This is not good. This is not good at all. Time to run. I have rethought our course of action. Let's get back on the road. I want to wait until I got a little bit more firepower before I do that. Yep, it's a legit brave Sir Robin.
Watch your feet. The sulfur pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
The bulg of eternal stench. Oh, you weren't kidding about sulfur pools. Cool. I wish we had, like, some sort of magnet gun that we could, like, pick people up and drop them in. That looks fun and educational. Looks like we got a ton of other buildings around the way. Amber Heights, Cascadia. Alright, I'll bite. I'm hearing some critters. Maybe they'll bite me. Nasty cave. Bayside Terrace warehouse discovered. Is this a fast travel? Oh, it is. We got 2 fast travel locations. We might have to come back here a little bit later. Alright, so what I'm thinking about doing is, if it's just a bag, or if it's just a food item, we're probably going to ignore it. But if not, like if we're raiding a, okay, that's just locked outright. If we find stuff just laying around and it's food stuff, we probably won't loot it. But if it's in a box, I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice, because we want to probably get that as quickly as possible. Weapon parts. I mean, that is free money, though. Yeah, never mind. Gotta sell that stuff for a profit, you know?
Great work.
The musician, you say? Did I just get myself a pair of John Lennon glasses? Hold up. Science +5. It looks like Daniel Jackson, gunfighter. I already got the cowboy hat. Dang it. The glasses could go on Felix. Right. Isolation Day 51. In hopes of stalling boredom, tried out the Pirates of the Caribbean MMORPG. Terrible times ensued. Redcoat comedically ran up to me, nose-to-nose look, close. Took aim at my face with his rifle and shot me. Went to return fire with the pitiful pistol given me. That's against the Pirates Code, they said. I don't think Pirates Code means what they think it meant. Unauthorized access to this equipment may result in injury, death, or unemployment. Calibration progress, 0.04%. Estimated time to completion, 341.7 days. Okay, this is something we're definitely going to have to come back to. But at least we have the travel point. You know what? Let's head back to that camp. Let's just start taking out marauders left and right. Besides, that's what you guys wanted, so we shall do it. We're going to explore the rest of these buildings first. Hello, hello.
Good work.
Oh, hi, guy.
Excellent hit.
Oh, they were feeding on someone. Are you guys done yet?
It's the last of them.
Good lord. What will this do? I don't know what I just did. Pull the lever, Croc. Lemon slap. Ew. That is unsanitary. Rad control armor, plasma carbine. Another vermin. Wine and foodstuffs. Foodstuffs and wine. Priorities in these troubling times. Okay, so we got a lot of unanswered questions right there. Oh, yeah, it does seem like a good spot to nap. Right on. What could possibly try and kill us? Okay. And it's nighttime. Where all sorts of wonderful things happen to wonderful people. There's a corpse up there. What do we got? Guy was taking up a sniper position. You know, I kind of just want to keep exploring. And I think I will. Because remember, when we did that before, we found all kinds of really cool stuff. That's an iconoclast's corpse. Yeah, it's probably a shortcut through. Yes, it is. Alright. Yeah, that looks great. I think the only time you would ever want to dip into something like that is if your name was Ra's al Ghul. So, here's what we're going to do, guys. We are... Oh, there's no fast travel point. So this is actually the quickest way to go. I want to check out these buildings that are here on the northern side. Which means we'll probably have to fight some more critters, but that's okay. Unless I shot them all. Or they've gone to bed. Either way suits me fine.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins.
Cool!
Here we go!
Excuse you.
We were destined to prevail.
Hunter Rifle Ultra. Well, we know now that most of your run-of-the-mill marauders, we can just shoot them once in the head and be done with it. Good to know. Ooh. Marauder ringleader, huh?
Got him!
Oh, you got a flamethrower. Rude.
Nice one.
Anyone who crosses me loses their head. Quickly. I'm good. Who's still alive? Oh. Why, you little...
Fine hit, Captain!
Oh yeah, plasma weapons. I forgot they could do that. That makes me happy. Oh, that's embarrassing, dude.
The last of them.
I didn't even know you were there. I just heard the a little high-pitched. Oh, is that ecto cooler? Well, that's different. How could I resist ecto cooler? It's a childhood staple. Alright, this is what I'm... Okay, looks like we've got quite a battle on our hands. It's so pretty.
Huh?
Howdy.
Hit!
Guys, what are you doing? I'm gonna sit here and watch you. Watch y'all. Oh, the scythe does that damage too. Neat. That's good to know. I was gonna get quests done today, guys, I swear. Oh, what is that? Mantisaur drone. Well, we have not ran into a Mantisaur yet. I guess now is a good time to see what we're up against. I'm going to go ahead and save right now. Not that it's a testament to our abilities, but we'll see. As long as there's one of them. Oh, there's more than one. Terra 1 Publications. Howdy do?
Hold your backpack.
Oh man, these guys look like they come straight from Klendathu.
That one's done for.
Oh, knockout! Oh, what are you doing? Don't rank up the... Oh, sweet lord above! Hello, Mantiqueen. Brave Sir Robin ran away. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's time to flee. We, run away! Oh. Huzzah. Well, we hit, Are we poisoned? Oh, we've got a hangover. Ew. That ain't good. So, I've decided now for leveling purposes, every time that we get skills, I'm going to throw at least 5 into handguns. And we're just going to pick what the next thing to level up is. So let's go ahead and level up our line. And we should be good there. Oh. And we'll fast travel back. Well, another reason that I kind of want to leave, what if that's the Manticore that they're talking about? Or the Mantiqueen? I don't want to kill it before we actually get the quest, because I don't know if it's going to respawn or not. So let's just... I'm sure that some of these other missions are going to send us to these locations. I just wanted to kind of... But we do have the fast travel, so that's good. Not the time.
We're fight on our hands.
Oh, lordy. So that's what that's like.
The last of them.
Lots of good junk there. Delicious, delicious loots. More Jello. Low down, dirty deceivers. Had a kind of poetry to it, sir. Ooh, there's a little building up here. Shall we take some Marauder lunch money?
Do it.
Drop. Solid kill.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys do you.
Rubber grid fight.
Lunch money acquired. Yeed your last haw. So the knockout with this vermin pistol is pretty amazing. I think that's what I need to be going for instead of the headshots. Tossball jerseys. Corporate service. Oh, tons of ammo and bit cartridges. Here are these, all the... their ill-gotten gains. Alright. This was worth it. We will have to, That was me stepping in the fire. I was that guy playing Warcraft. Not really, but... Alright, Suzanne, thank you very much for the lurk. And for hanging out tonight.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Well, at least there's tons. Okay. I'm happy with that. Terra 1 publications. But first, before we do anything, need to find Tucker. figure out what happened to him. He probably lives in this nice walled community of Amber Heights just to get away from his mother. But it also looks like there's a Marauder camp here, so maybe he went and joined the Marauders. My overprotective mother made me a murderer. It'd be the first time that's happened. Got a nice spittoon there. You fell through elevators constantly? So you were the fall guy. Transition to Amber Heights. Well. Alright, let's see. Let's see what trouble we can get into here. Harry Potter's dad, a murderer, confirmed. He definitely was not a pleasant person. No, we've examined the Mantiqueen, like, from at least a 20-foot distance. Oh, God. So I nearly just shot her right in the head, just out of instinct. Which one was this? A Family Matter. Look for Tucker in Amber Heights. Okay.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his Philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
And, who are the Iconoclasts exactly?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
No problems. Well, what about Raptidons or Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
Socialism! Sorry. Well, I am looking for work. Do you have a boss or a leader or something?
Oh, sure. Graham's our founder. He taught us how to cut our own path in the wilderness. And I guess some folk have started following Zora's orders. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
So tell me about this Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth.
Oh.
I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
That's right. This is the vicar's friend, isn't it? Alright. Now tell me about Zora.
She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
This is the opposite. And where exactly can I find them, Rose?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
And why are you here, not in Stella Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Got it. Before I go, though, I'm looking for a Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Uh-huh. Supplies!
Ugh, my stomach.
What do we got? Inferno Scythe, Tactical Shotgun, Revolver Mark II. Fun Times Barrel. Meh. More of the same, more of the same. Nothing too bad, though. Can we go ahead and sell some of our stuff off? I guess we can. We got ourselves a lot of nonsense here. Officer Spine. I'm sure we'll find another one. Plasma Carbine, Vermin. Ultra Hunting Rifle. Go away. Shovel. For the Triple H enthusiast. Not as good as that, though.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
Well, I'm Rich. You run a store out here?
It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever else we need.
Yeah, that's very true, Kath. A quartermaster for the iconoclasts.
We gotta eat. Eating means hunting, and hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do.
Well then, I better go ahead and look at the inventory now, shouldn't I? Flamethrower, Pro Tossball Blocker. Holy crap, that is some... How much is it? 428? That ain't bad. I'm sure we'll find one out in the field, but... I'd actually give that to the Vicar or, what's his dink, because they're really good. They're Tossball fans. Oh, Lord! Wide-brimmed. We've hit pay dirt here, people. Cowboy hats for everybody! Long guns, +5. Compare. It's so nice. Hold on. We need to look at ours. Hold on. I don't know. I kind of like the one that we have. One-handed melee +5. Wide-brimmed.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? But the rest of the party, no, they have to have their own unique personalities, you know what I mean? Ports a call. Alright. Well, let's go ahead, and the one that would actually help us would be the wide-brimmed hat there. So if we go ahead and rock that out... Seems like it's the same... Yep, same kind with same style with dodge. And that other famous king. Anything I can do to help you out since you have provided me with such a very fine hat?
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there.
Seems simple enough. I'll let you know when they're done.
I ought to tell you. Most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer. We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8.
He got 8. And where's this terminal?
Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge.
Well, thanks for the tip. I'll let you know if I get 8. Bronson maintains a record of strange special equipment requests beyond the normal firearms, ammunition, and medicine that the Iconoclast burned through at an alarming rate. Most of his list is crossed out, but a few items haven't yet been fulfilled. Zora. Force Melt Bright Gel. May not actually exist. Graham. Dissident Hunter number 17. Huxley. Anti-Cleo Wrapped Begone. May also not actually exist. Huxley. Any book on terminal repair. And Carl. Primal Glue Adhesives. I wonder if we could actually find some of those and hand them out. But also, I'm curious that if we do stuff for the Iconoclast, is it going to lower our faction?
Damned philosophists.
Ooh.
The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers, I tell you.
Isolation Day 52. Squirrel Squad number 4 came back with a supply drop entirely of pineapple, attaching its capability to be jerkied. Hopeful for the Taco Bell breakfast salsa jerky pineapple trial. So this place is... Oh, it's not that bad. Let's check out over here.
Get a whiff of that sweet sulfur air.
Ah, you've been down here in West Texas.
Huh.
This armor itches something awful.
Might be we can melt this.
Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. What we got here? Steel heavy machine gun. Probably not the best thing to do right there. Hi!
You meditate today? If not, you should.
This is Huxley's terminal. Stay out. That means you. Repair the terminal storage device. I don't know who Huxley is yet. Graham taught me how to meditate today. You close your eyes and you breathe in real deep and try not to cough. Then you just listen to yourself. You know how sometimes you'll be hiding from a Mantiqueen and you'll be trying to be quiet, so you focus real hard on your breathing. You can hear your heartbeat and you think how can this Mantiqueen not even hear me? And all of a sudden you have to sneeze, and it reminds you of that time when you were coming back with the delivery, and as you were putting it on Zora's table, you sneezed, and it slipped and a bunch of things broke. Well, meditating is like that, only you're supposed to think of these things on purpose. I think Huxley is the one that we saved. Graham calls it, I don't remember what he calls it. Recco something. He says it's your own eternal truth bubbling up to the surface, and the things you remember are what you're supposed to focus on and try and improve. When we meditated, I mostly remembered that sitting on rocks hurts. Maybe I'm supposed to toughen up my tailbone. Zora's really smart, but you know what? Sometimes she could be such a bitch. I was supposed to get some info from her on Cascadia, but I couldn't find a way over without going through Marauders. So I gave up and stopped in Fallbrook and to pick up some supplies instead. When I was there, Chastity dropped in for a few games of whist. She's so cool. She's always playing games there. When I lose bits, I get really upset. I don't have much, so losing what I have, it hurts, you know? But Chastity can drop thousands on a single game, and she's fine. Well, sometimes she drinks a bit and slams the table and storms out, but still, mostly she's cool about it, and I admire that. Anyway, when I got back, Zora yelled at me because I was a little late. Something about medicine not getting here fast enough. Graham just said to try and lose track of time on my next run. Try not to lose track of time, and I promised I would. See, that's how you teach someone. You don't gotta yell and make them feel bad. Due to external damage, this device can no longer store more than 4 logs. Please contact your assigned terminal engineer to replace the storage device. Today, Zora gave me permission to buy ammunition from Bronson. I don't think I want to, but she said I should just in case. But guns are really loud. I'd rather just run away than shoot one. Still, I'm kind of proud. Zora said it was like a promotion for something I found in the wilderness. I think it was a code for a door, but I'm not sure why it's important. I can't even get near the place without getting attacked. I asked her what a promotion is, and she smiled in a really sad way and told me I shouldn't worry about it. This will be my last entry. Sorry, Diary. You've been a very good listener, but our time has come to an end. This terminal was making a horrible beeping noise yesterday, and someone smashed it while I was out, and now I can't save more diaries. Milton can't fix it, and plus he says I should stop coming into his house to write when he's not around. Whoever smashed this poor terminal, if you're reading this, suck sulfur. Hey, Nova. Whoop! Storage capacity increased. Logs prior to the most recent 4 entries are unretrievable, but new entries may now be saved. And we helped. Are you still here? In this copy of Dissident Hunter, the hero braves the dangerous hellhole that is Monarch. Numerous edits are scratched into the text, and a number of the villainous dissidents have had mustaches and hats drawn onto them. Alright, probably not worth breaking in. So let's see if we can find her. She'll probably be quite happy. Bradford.
Ain't seen you before. You from one of the outer steads or what?
Well, let's say I'm new to Monarch and leave it there. Actually, no, let's be honest. Independent freighter captain. I flew in.
Ain't you fancy? Well, I got 2 pieces of advice for surviving the dustbag, friend. 1, don't let the dust get in nothing private. It's like 10% spores by volume. You'll be yanking out fungus by the handful. 2, you can't actually keep the dust out. Always carry antifungals. Sprays work okay, creams are better. You got nothing else? Vodka.
The more you know. Graham's in charge here, right?
In charge? Huh. We're iconoclasts. Every soul a sovereign power. We do for each other on account of it needing to be done. Not because some fancy-pants manager said to. Now, you want to rephrase that question, maybe ask who's respected hereabouts, I can give you a sensible answer.
Well, somebody's organizing things. You've got posted guards.
Every soul here knows to keep a weather eye out. Everyone's lost somebody to the wildlife. That didn't stop Miss Zora from picking a few souls and imposing a schedule. Be here then, leave there later. Downright in icon. Well, it ain't what we do. Take that on top of what happened on the Northern expedition. She and Graham are exchanging harsher words than usual.
So what exactly makes Graham and Zora such a big deal?
When the monarchists wanted to settle down and play nice with the board, Graham was the one that took a stand. He's the reason we're here, breathing free air. Zora's our best sawbones. Nearly every soul here owes her their life. She's got funny ways, but they work.
You said that Graham and Zora argue a lot?
Well, sure. It's on account of how we all work. No iconoclast makes another do as they say just because. You gotta convince them. That Graham and Zora argue all the time just says the process is working. Vigorous intellectual debate. You see?
You said Zora saved nearly everyone's life. Y'all get into that much trouble?
Welcome to Monarch. The animals think you're tasty, the fungus thinks your lungs are a great place to plant spores. That ain't enough. Look at the sky. Olympus yanks this moon about like a drunk dancer. Storms to curl your hair and quakes to rattle your brain pan.
Nice talking to you. See you around. Okay. So... looks like the base is up there. Whoa. Okay, so Raptidons are just out and about, huh?
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet blood.
So? You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. Then all that sweetness takes to the air anyhow.
Nah, don't boil it. We're gonna get sick all the same. Might as well enjoy it.
Don't boil. Do you want the runs?
Better than tasting sulfur and dirt every damn day.
Fungal lung infections are not nice, Calf, because that's actually what happened to me. That's one of the reasons I have to have an inhaler with me. Because it took some of... I was able to get over it, but it took some of my lung tissue along for the ride.
Hey.
Hey?
Hope Zora sends me up next.
I don't have time for this.
Hey, there's Huxley.
Ah, hello. Good to see you again.
See you made it back.
Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up.
How you holding up?
Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts. So, no runs for me for a little while. Time to kick back and relax.
How'd you hurt your leg?
I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray. Usually, you can just get a ways from their nest and they'll stop following you. But this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Scratched me up back good. I barely got away. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
There's your iconoclast theory of chaos in action.
Mister, I don't know what chaos is, but rocks ain't got theories. They're rocks.
So how long you gonna be out of commission?
Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so.
Without the kicking, I assume.
Huh? Why?
Your leg?
Oh, ha! You're funny.
See you around, Huxley. Actually, we need to let her know.
Ah, hello. Good to see you again.
So, I found your terminal. Went ahead and fixed it up for you.
What, oh, in Milton's place? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Me and my diary have got some catching up to do.
See you around, Huxley. She's nice, so...
A trash cube.
Yeah, look at him. He just keeps making them. You're fucking weird, Carl.
I don't think he can hear you. He's in the zone.
The trash cube zone.
You gotta admit, they're convenient. Fit together real nice.
Trash is trash. I don't care what shape it's in.
I guess.
Keep doing the good work there, Carl.
Ugh, my stomach.
Carry on.
My wayward son. Ooh, there's a bar. Tucker. We've been looking for you. Before we have a chat, let's... Ooh, anti-riot gear. Huxley, stay off this machine. I know your terminal's out of storage, but you break this one up, things are going to go tits up around here. Anyone else? As long as you know what you're doing, go ahead and clear work orders out whenever you can. Zora. Ah, okay. But Carl, that kills people. Steam coming out of the roof. System water flow. Submitter Milton R. The pipes on top of my house are going to burst. They're leaking steam. Someone ought to fix this before they explode or the steam hurts somebody. Arcing electricity at the bar. Oh, looks like sprats chewed through the wires on the side of the bar. They're sparking up a storm. For Bronson. You know who we need here? We need Parvati. This is her wheelhouse. Haha. Hey Zora, I figured out how to add work orders. Dear diary, eat it. Hux. Hack 55 erase the work order. Residential. Submitter. The door to the examiner's residence above the med bay is stuck and is completely sealed. Can someone get this thing open? Interesting. First things first.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
Whoa, you look like Casey Neistat. Captain Hawthorne's the name.
You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Or Sean Penn. Tucker. So you're Agnes's little boy from Stella Bay.
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
Well, she made it seem like you were in danger and asked me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
You know, running away is for cowards, Tucker. You need to go face her and show her you've grown up.
She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time?
Well, you've survived outside of Stella Bay for weeks, it seems. Show her the skills you learned.
You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
All right. I think that's probably the best. Oh, what was that I just stole? I just stole... Oh, wait, Verity's breath inhalant. Okay. Well, since he's gone, you know. Be a shame to let all this stuff go to waste. What kind of armor was that? Anti-riot gear. Womp womp. 21 medium. Compared to the 27 that we're wearing. So, I want to head back to Milton's real quick. Okay, there is a way to get on the roof from up here. All right. Shh. Sounds good. Got that done. Now, wiring. Only show off the power going through the bar's side panels. Let's go ahead and check out the bar first.
Move along.
Revolutionary. Looks like we have to go around that way for it. I want to see what the problem is in here first.
This armor itches something awful.
Not something you want to hear from someone serving you drinks. And you have a name.
Never seen you before.
I'm new here.
Take my advice. Move on. Get off-world if you can. If you can't, get to the bay. I've been halfway around T1. Monarch, they call it now. Been around it twice. Stood at the hot pole and the cold. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
Heartbreak, huh? So what happened to you here?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? There might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. Fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
A lot of that going around. So what'd they do exactly, these mercenaries?
Mostly we protected folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox, and I've been thinking about seeing it found.
What if they're all still alive, though?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
So you want mementos? What, photographs or...
Thereabouts.
Alright. One lockbox coming right up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'll mark an outpost on your map. We spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
There it is. Okay. Nice and quiet now. Bum 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 bum. A handwritten list of recipes. One stands out from the rest. Raptidon brains. Clean and boil brains. Let dry, preferably under a spore tree. Season with sugar, AC nutmeg, and paprika. Boil and filter a ladle of taro blood. Soak brains overnight. Cook to 10 to 15 minutes on a low fire. Vicar, go ahead and write that down. I'm going to try that out on a later date. What's going on up here? Cooking? It seems. Nothing in there.
Hope Zora sends me up next.
Ooh. Bronson's key. I wonder. No, our stealth isn't good enough for that, I don't think. Maybe if we finish up all these, we'll get the key. Hey, boo! Ow. Ow. Owie. Hey! Up! Up! And we did it. Just took some drugs and dove. Good lesson for the kids. Alright. Did we complete that? Was there anything else? Odd jobs. Return to Bronson.
ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Damned philosophists.
What are you buying?
Well, I fixed all your stuff, Bronson.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn.
Okay. Iconoclasts are now agreeable. Well, huzzah for that. So what do you guys think? Should we test our stealthiness? Ooh, there's some boxes up there. Hold up. Hup.
Do it.
Light ammo. Okay, just ammo. Nothing up there. Sure, Bronson won't mind. Did save his bacon after all. Was that it? Is that the only thing in here? And some stimulotion. Oh, Sublight Art ID. Okay. And Deadeye Assault. This is private bathroom, I suppose. Yeah, we've already seen the Deadeye Assault rifle, though. Interesting. I guess it's time we go meet the founders of the feast. I'll say for this, they're very good at what they do.
Stringy bastard. Good thing Zora needs tendons.
And get some of this meat you're not going to use.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a mantiqueen.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No. All I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
Sorry, it was glowing. I was kind of curious what was what. I would like to talk to Graham first before we have a chat with her. That is sealed. Thank you for that, Lurgz. Okay, that's definitely Zora's place. This way.
Not so fast! What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
Just don't let me see you here again.
And that's why we closed the door, Nyoka. It's nothing but clear skies before you all decide to do what you do.
Hey.
Hey. Booze, booze, booze. An agitator behind the bar. I'd love to grab some of these signs and put them on the ship.
A Mantiqueen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Hello, friends. Don't mind me. Well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities to do this. Let's introduce ourselves to Graham.
Ah, the good captain. My iconoclasts sing your praises. I'm glad the eternal truth has finally guided you to us.
So, this is Amber Heights. I expected more altars or incense or both.
Shed the trappings of a materialistic life, Captain. You'll find your soul much less burdened.
Also, we're broke.
Yes. If we were meant to enjoy the things that glitter and shine, the universe would provide them.
Well, I guess I could consider that a refreshing perspective, since most of Halcyon obsesses over what they can buy.
Most of Halcyon isn't up Sulphur Creek.
I'd wager the opposite. The corporations are doomed. Only we have the truth at our backs, and we are better for it. Now, why have you come?
Well, tell me more about your iconoclasts.
The iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles.
I find this kind of interesting because you've got the I keep on forgetting the name of the first freaking place we went to. The Spacer's Choice Town. I keep on forgetting that for the life of me, and I don't know why. I remember everything else. Edgewater. You've got Edgewater, which is like completely corporately dominated. Less so now, after we took care of it. Then you got Groundbreaker, that kind of deals with corporate, but they don't want to. They're kind of more on the other side of the tracks. Then you've got Stellar Bay, which doesn't like the corporation, was trying to play their game. And then you got the Iconoclast, who are far on the opposite side. So you've got like the people that are pro-corporate, anti-corporate, and the two sides that are kind of reluctantly playing the game, and then the ones that are playing the game but still trying to make life better. It's you got all of your kind of sides of the coin there. Isolation, day 53. Picked up learning the fiddle. Sir Reginald Phalangum IV tells me they've heard cats shrieking better. Got second chair. To go to the back of the head. Might change to some other instrument. Like the kazoo. Is this why the board has cordoned off Monarch?
Oh, yes. Gunships hover in our skies, ready for the day they decide to come to our doors waving banners of war. The perception of visionaries is often tainted by the lies of their oppressors. A sad state of affairs, to be sure. All right.
So what's your story?
Before all this, I was a writer for MSI's product catalog. It was my purpose to spread awareness of Saltuna in its various forms. The certainty with which I spun among the other cogs in their machine stifled creativity and personal growth.
So what made you see the eternal light?
That came much later, after Sanjar had taken over. As he drifted closer to the corporate regime, I drifted further from it. I'd known a little about philosophism on the fringes of society, and as I learned more, I found that I was already on the path without even knowing. The freedom it teaches is the same freedom that I desire.
The Vicar is being surprisingly quiet during all of this. Well, tell me more about your teachings there, Graham.
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote,
Never mind.
Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart give yourself to it.
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
I'm going to go ahead and let them talk.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, as a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe.
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise. Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking?
You know what? I'm okay. You know what I mean? Just let them talk. I hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it exactly?
Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
Well, even OSI? Are their members similarly divine?
Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything.
Ooh.
Regardless, what were you saying?
I'll tell you what, Graham is handling the Vicar pretty well, I've got to say. So what do you mean by an awakening?
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI just like the overlords before him.
I don't know if it's necessarily philosophy versus science. Because I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like a structured version of like Taoism and science mixed with like a theist philosophy. Like it's kind of strange. I like the fact that it's not just black and white science versus philosophy. I like the fact that both of them kind of have their kind of out there concepts. You know, his workers enjoy much more freedom than those on the board, though, Graham.
Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight.
So, do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation that gives mankind purpose.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an equation that drives it, is nothing but hubris.
Never mind.
All right.
So, changing the subject to something a little bit more darker, I've heard people mention an Amber Heights massacre. What exactly happened, Graham?
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
Well, I can only imagine. Sorry I asked.
It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but today is not that day.
Maybe we can hear it from Zora. Never mind.
Why have you come?
Well, I'm looking for... Well, actually, can we ask some more questions from him?
All right. Why have you come?
I'm just looking for ways to help the people here. Anything need doing?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
A printing press? On Monarch?
Oh, yes. Many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck.
We've already seen the printing station.
Will you aid us in our cause?
That was one of the areas that we ran by. Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
So, where's the supplier exactly?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
You know Huxley's the runner from the northern ruins. I helped to get out of a bad situation.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so tone-deaf.
So MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
That's more cordial than I figured it would be. All right. I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
I think you have to have someone to temper the two philosophies here. Okay. We did have a companion quest here. Track down Reginald. Okay, so this was not for the vicar. Yeah, we'll talk to Zora, like right now, in fact. Hello, Zora. Let's have a chat here in the bar.
Nice day, huh?
Oh.
A monarch, anyway.
Okay, might have to go talk to her in triage.
You meditate today? If not, you should.
You got to find balance between the ideal and the, and the practical. Welcome to Graham Bryant's personal conglomeration of notes, theories, and findings regarding philosophism and how it informs our lives. I have organized into 3 categories: the iconoclasts with Halcyon Colony and the universe. Good God. The board vastly overestimates their authority and grasps on power. Without the Earth Directorate's military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. Give me 1 sec, guys. Speaking of throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestioningly. Their lies become more and more transparent as the years pass, and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonists to see. Thank you. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying Philosophist texts. Not teaching, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structure. Is this what we want? Do you want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No. Their workers' minds are poisoned, their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can stand no longer. We must tear this entire regime down. The dangers of a corporate society. I hope to someday publish a greater work in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me, that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now I can only collect my scattered thoughts in this barely functioning machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder, a measured, quantifiable way to which to judge oneself against one's peers. It provided motivation, meaning. Yet my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familial unit. The corporations claim that they're that familiar unit, that they are that unit, but they treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table, and if they are so kind as to drop one, we praise the ground they tread on while they usher us into kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractually obligated familial units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than the employers seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of an obligation to our executives who demand a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like those executives, until the day we die and are processed, burned, and filed away, as another tick on a human resources paperwork. We have built ourselves into a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in doing so, have abandoned all the warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. I often recall my former friend who had once sought to dismantle the corporations, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now I'm not so sure. Recently, I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I had hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy. Should the day come with the metal of our spirits clash against one another, that empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay, celebrates, the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. Personal thoughts regarding Zora. This should be interesting. For someone who is so committed to the iconoclast way, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more, I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressor sways her decisions, more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment, a much more powerful power than any pang of an empty gut. See, this right here is where he goes a little bit too far. Like, you still need food, you still need this kind of stuff. It reminds me of, if anyone has played or seen the first Red Dead Redemption played, there's a girl named Jenny who's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and she's all about her faith, and she goes out into the desert believing that she doesn't need food or medicine because her faith will see her through, and she basically ends up dying in the desert. So, spoilers. Teaching notes. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped through on his way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlet, he asked me how we can survive without money, and I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. Hey! How's it going, boss? Thank you very much with the Party of 5 raid. How'd your stream go? Hope everything is going well there. Real deal. What were you playing? When clearing a mantis swarm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Until after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time, thus we wear the mask until we're safe to breathe. Until the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable and though they stifle our spirit, just as the masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. Well, I very much would like to welcome you guys to the stream. My name is Wretch. I primarily do content on YouTube, but I stream a lot here on Twitch right now for Extra Life, just like Real Deal does. So, very much, just thank you guys very much for hanging out. I'm playing for Medical Center Hospital based in Odessa, Texas, that provides medical care for kids in need along West Texas and Eastern New Mexico. And I play all kinds of different games, so you are more than welcome to hang out and chill. Alright, shifting priorities. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets, and I'm happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute this reading material. I wonder if that old printing press might be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as editor in a publication, only this time of my own control, and not stifled by the rules and regulations of style guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a comma. I'll put them where it belong, as decreed by the eternal truth. I mean, he does swing very far in one direction, but it's not that bad, really. Influence drift. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she'd like nothing more than a pet canid. I confess to know very little about animal behavior, as I'm much more concerned with the animal that is mankind, but I stressed that I didn't think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later, Zora reported the strangest thing. Stories of a marauder with a canid follower. I don't know if it had been cited here on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and her reckless, wild imagination. I wonder if she had told other people, and if word had spread of the possibility until it wriggled its way into the minds of marauders somewhere. Ideas are insidious. If even a marauder, mindless husk that it is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony, poisoned as they are against the eternal truth. If we can shout so loudly that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I'm confident it'll spread to the rest of the cosmos. At least he's not trying to blow up anything. The suppression of the truth. This is the last one, and then we can get going. It is very difficult to face the eternal truth, that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of some cosmic consciousness. It can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. This urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth, simply by existing. Mankind has not shed the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve, and we overcome our urges for the better of our species. Someday, our minds will be born more open to this idea. Until then, I must not abandon hope. Well, to be fair, they say that marauders are pretty much just reavers now. Okay. Shh. Yes. I am in the process of burglarizing. I like that we read his manifesto. We agreed with parts of it. And we will celebrate that manifesto by robbing him blind. Alright, we're good. Let's head over to Zora's hospital and see what we're dealing with there. Maybe we can actually have a chat with her. She may give us another mission. Okay, she's just hanging out. And looks like we got full beds here in the hospital wing. Do you have a manifesto we have to read? Nope, just corpses. Ah, crap. Okay, never mind. Current patients: Ezekiel, Manti infested. Antibiotics, no effect. Alcohol poisoning, no effect. Acid trip, no effect. Current status, no longer with us. Rest in peace, Ezekiel. Ronnie, fractured ankle. Splintered, reset, recovering. Ivers, multiple bullet wounds, chest, arm, leg. Current status, no longer bleeding out, but a couple of shells still remain. Recovery unlikely. Milson, acid burns, face, hand, and arm. Current status, ointments, gauze, and a lot of booze. See, they need those medical supplies.
Sorry about earlier. Graham and I don't always see eye to eye. Besides, we just got our asses kicked in the ruins. Not a great time to yammer on about his printing press.
You run the triage clinic here?
Yeah. Name's Zora. I've been patching up the iconoclast since day one. Whenever Graham's lack of foresight gets someone hurt, I get them back on their feet. If I can.
Do people around here get injured that often?
You joking? It's Monarch. Can't set foot outside without being attacked by a beast or a marauder.
Well, it does seem a bit wasteful to me to buy press parts rather than food.
Hey, you got some decency in you. Careful. That's rare around these parts, and folks are liable to try and take advantage of it.
So what happened in the ruins exactly?
The Mantiqueen showed up out of nowhere, and I guess the gunfire attracted Raptidons. It was a damn bloodbath.
You found a queen that far north? Wish I'd been there.
You and me both, Nyoka. We could have used the help.
Oh, so they know each other.
Listen, unless this is urgent, I need to oversee the wounded.
Need any help?
You want to do us a favor or two? Go talk to Bronson. He's always looking to pass his work off on someone else. For now, I gotta get to the wounded. Welcome to Amber Heights.
Alright, well, we got a nice fresh list of quests here, so that's good. We'll go talk to Bronson one more time, see if there's anything new.
A vicar, huh?
How about...
May the eternal truth guide you.
Hey, thanks again for helping out. What can I do you for?
Alright. Nothing here. So now we got a Signs of Mr. Pickett. We have the commuter, get high-capacity cartridges or extra supplies. Get the I'm just going to get the printing press rollers. They can find out. They can get that stuff a little bit later. Catherine and Fallbrook. We do need to return to Agnes and see what happened there. I'm glad we came in here. I didn't know where the Iconoclast camp was, so that fixes some things. We got about 15 minutes left in this arc, guys, and then we'll switch over to some Dead by Daylight or something. So let's see what trouble we can get into in 15 minutes. Probably quite a bit. Alright, map. Let's see all the things. Oh, yeah. We've got that over there. Wow. Oh, we got a ton of stuff down south. Nothing up north, though. So let's go ahead and fast travel to the ruins. 15 minutes worth of trouble could get you killed. True that. I think we'll go help out the old mercenary first. I love the fact that they were able to get some people to actually do these kind of diagrams, the Autobahn style. It's very cool. Imagine being a naturalist and having to dissect those things for the first time. Okay. So, yeah, this is the one that's still sealed. Yeah, this switch right here that I was kind of curious what it was for. Doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Oh, do you think Monarch is a bad neighborhood? I also see a path up there. Oh. Okay, there are folk here that we did not have previously. Funny how that works. Is there another path we can take? Oh, I bet that leads up there to... Okay, I bet you that's what that gate does. Alright.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off.
And what's going on here exactly?
We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you?
And why are you out here fixing a generator in the middle of nowhere?
Why are you asking me questions instead of sucking sulfur? Get out of here.
I need to get inside.
And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now?
Well, I'm here to investigate reports of a mantis swarm infestation.
Oh, of all the Void damned. I ain't getting eaten alive for a couple of bits. Pack it up, crew!
Y'all take care now. Ooh, sublight thugs, too. What mission is this again? Oh. Okay.
It's too quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello?
Excuse me. Do you have a moment to talk about our salvation through the order of scientific inquiry?
You can't be serious. Who are you, anyway?
I'm Rich. Graham sent me to collect supplies.
Oh, finally! Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
Hello, hello.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run.
So, why did Sanjar ban you from working with the Iconoclasts?
You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested.
So, why have you been helping Graham in the first place?
It's an enviable thing he's doing. Free people and all that. I can't live that way. I need my structure. But I respect the Iconoclasts for doing it.
And where will they get their supplies now?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered?
Well, now that we know that they've lost their meal ticket, I think supplies are definitely the way to go. Zola suggested some extra food and medicine.
I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
Ooh, got vending machines and all kinds of good stuff in here. And a safe. Holy crap, we got a mother load. Alrighty. We're gonna go ahead and close the door here. Armor parts, heavy ammo, necklace, anti-riot gear. Well, hopefully Graham will understand. Ooh. Yeah, you can't preach to folks when they're starving to death. Probably be a good time to go ahead and sell some of our junk. There we go. What do you got here? Elite trooper armor? No weapons. Alright, so far so good. I didn't even see these before. Were these new? Holy crap, I guess so. Route the gas outside. Open gas vents. Reactor status unstable. Corrosive gas levels critical. Anyone in the immediate vicinity of this generator and its environmental-facing vents may be subject to burns, disfigurement, or an increased risk of cancer. Please ensure that all on-site personnel have evacuated the venting area. Refer to the UDL Employee Handbook for procedures regarding the reimbursement of time spent evacuating. Alright, I guess this was another path we could have taken. Alright, I just derped up and completely missed those things. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Damn!
Well then. That happened. I don't know what we were supposed to do then to leave. Do we just go ahead and vent it out then? Whoops. A noble end for a noble journey. Ski. I thought for sure my cowboy hat would protect me. Okay, are you getting out of here?
Go on.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so, Kitty Pride. Okay, raid the lockers. We'll hack that again. Just for the XP. And then we won't vent the gas. Imagine that. Ooh. More light ammo. All right. There we go. The hack was used, but everything else is in good shape. Now, let's go ahead and turn this into Graham real quick. Toggle. There we go. Yeah. Let them know what's what. I still want that poster. I'm actually going to look at that while I'm switching games to Dead by Daylight. I'm going to see if you can actually buy these posters, maybe from the store or from their merchant store or something. Their merchant? Their merch store. Cool. So they had some people hanging out outside. I had to go this way because it was a little bit difficult to move it over when I had the active quest. Yeah, I guess it would depend on like their dimensions. If they were poster size, I think that'd be a really cool thing to hang up in the office somewhere. I don't have a whole lot of space, but we'd make it work.
If I hear you say survival of the fittest one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Survival's about persistence and luck.
So weapon proficiency and adaptive skill play no part whatsoever, in your mind.
If it does, it ain't enough. I've gone and outlived the best hunters I ever knew.
It is neither luck nor random chance. At times, destiny may not seem fair, but there is a reason for life events, even if that reason is not immediately obvious.
Please. Nature's only got one reason for death. To feed the one still standing.
What?
Oh.
Sorry. Long day.
Well, your day's about to get a little bit better.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Who are the Van Noys?
They're hunters. Badass ones at that. Hope they're all right.
They're our best unit, and now they're missing in action.
And we'll continue that discussion later.
Well, I got your rollers. The rest of your account went to food and medicine.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
Well, she isn't. Sanjar's declared a stop sale on goods to the Iconoclasts.
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
So, what's next?
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Nuys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Nuys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
The hell's the sense in recruiting if you're just gonna get them killed?
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
I just got Dutch vibes. That's not good. So, do you two ever stop bickering?
This is worth bickering over. The Iconoclasts can't keep their heads in the ground forever, or they're going to starve and die slow. Look, if the Van Nuys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
I'll do everything I can. Whew. Alright, so definitely cracks forming in this society. Cracks forming all around. And I'm wondering if we're going to have to make a choice between the 2 settlements, just like we had to do on Terra 2. But that'll be a question for another day, guys. I think we'll go ahead and end it here, and we will pick it up next time. We got in some combat, which was fun. We've got marauders all over the place, and got to learn a little bit about the iconoclasts and the philosophists, both good and bad. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't followed the channel yet, please do so. I try and stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays and random times in between, especially on the weekends. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below, as well as a link to my Extra Life profile, where I'm raising money for my local Children's Miracle Network hospital. So please check that out if you feel inclined. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.